Hello, Chesterton students. Do you recognize where I am? That's right, I'm at your school, and I am here doing some work on your raised garden beds and your garden space. But before I start cleaning everything out, I wanted to give you guys a tour of what's happened to your garden and raised beds since March of this last year. It's been a while, so let's go take a look. All right, check it out. As we enter the area, we see this raised bed full of melons. I call this melons gone crazy because we have quite a few of these growing throughout your garden space. Now, people say that these kind of look like a mini watermelon, and you might confuse that, but it is not a watermelon. It's actually part of the cucumber family. And I've been told that when you take a bite of this straight off the vine, it tastes like a fresh cucumber with a hint of lime. So it has pretty cool flavor about it. We're gonna start clearing those out because it is past their season and they still wanna grow here. Moving on to this next raised bed, we have red Russian kale that is well past its time. So we'll be pulling that out as well. A lot of red Russian kale going on in here. Next bed, we have some lavender. It looks like this is an entire herb bed. This is lavender. We have rosemary, which a lot of people use rosemary for Christmas trees around this time of year. Lavender, more red Russian kale. Red Russian kale. And even more red Russian kale. So this is all past its time. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. This next bed is being overrun by mint. Now, I do love mint, but usually when we put it into a raised garden, it crowds out everything else that is growing in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take the mint out. I know your principal wants to take some home with her today, so that's gonna go to good use. And then over here, we have some chives, more cucamelons. Cucamelons gone crazy. We have some very large weeds growing in your garden space too, which we definitely want to remove. And check it out, there's butterflies. There's butterflies in your garden space because you have some milkweed growing here, right? We have monarch butterflies that overwinter in Southern California, so they need the special or appropriate type of milkweed in order to continue to survive and thrive here. More red Russian kale, more cucamelons. It's cucamelon jungle. And then we have some purple cabbage over here. Oh, that chasing down that butterfly. Look at that butterfly, you guys. It looks like it has a torn wing. I'm impressed it can still fly with a torn wing. That is a resilient butterfly. And the last few raised beds here, we have some repeats of some chives, lavender, a weed, right? But the bees are using that to gather pollen and nectar. More cucamelons, more cucamelons, more milkweed. What do you think? Does it look different? The same? What's changed? All right, that concludes the tour of your garden space. Go ahead and grab your science journal and write down a few plants that you heard about or saw as I was walking through the garden. And maybe write a few that you'd like to see grow over this winter and this next spring. And I will do my best to get those plants started in your garden. Stay tuned for changes. Now I gotta get to work. One bed down, 9 more to go. What should we plant here?